As always, please join me in thanking Ghost, who provided the funding entirely for this series to be made. So, please don't be thanking me or anyone else other than Ghost. Big up Ghost! Hope you enjoy, mate.
天使学校首席卒業天馬ガブリエル・ホワイト
Han Song-yi from Solo Leveling, Miko from Love is War, and Rico from Made in Abyss.
で一人前の天使になって戻ってくることを心より願っている
I think that's gotta count as a crowd shot, right? Right?
おめでとうございます、天馬先輩。でも先輩がいないと私寂しいです。
Hestia from Danmachi.
私たちはまた同じ学校ですね、ガブちゃん。
Mitsuri from Demon Slayer.
あ、
Totes adorbs! A good example very early on of some genuinely lovely sounding music right there. Very fond of that one actually.
ゲームとはなんと素晴らしいのでしょう。さあ、もっと人々を助けないと。あれ？魔法が使えません。
Hard to agree, but the major part of the win is from making the game look fancy and different to the real world. A bit anyway. But yeah, props for making her run out of MP too. People taking this game so seriously. A really solid introduction into the anime, giving the vibe that her entire mission on Earth is now likely sidelined in favour of playing this game. Some nice voice acting there. No wonder I always think of her work fondly.
天使がそんなんじゃダメじゃない。
The lovely Miss Wallenstein from Danmachi.
天使ともあろうものが朝からネトゲやってるんじゃないわよ。失敬な。昨日からだよ。
Oh my god, this happened in one day, bruh. That's actually hilarious. I thought it had been weeks or months.
人類なんか勝手に滅んでくださいって感じ。こいつ本当に同一人物か。
Probably the weirdest kudos I'm gonna dish out in this series, but talking like that was unexpected.
そう、救いようのない堕天使だったことにね。生きた。
Yes, she did, and the animators and the voice actress brought that across well and hilariously too.
だらけすぎて展開に強制送還されるなんてことにならないようにね。てこでも動かないっての。まあでも今日は気が向いたから。
Obviously it's jokes that hit the nail on the head, but hey, it worked for me. Her talking like she's not gonna get ready and then she's ready to go.
変則中とは自由に自分の思う場所に出現できる技です。下界の人々には見られないように。
How the girls have got heavenly-like abilities they can use in the human world, and how there's ramifications for using them where humans can spot them.
あれ？失敗した？ 嘘。まさか。
So stupid, but so funny all the same.
私は地獄の支配者になる者。くるみ沢サタニキアン・マクドエル。
Diwali from the Trails games.
ペットボトルのキャップをつけたまま捨てるなんて。悪。
Such a small win, but I'd feel really silly skipping out on her thinking that recycling with the bottle cap still on makes her a demon or fit to eventually run hell or whatever.
だけど所詮は天使。あれを放っておくことはできまい。ですら
And that is how you do this kind of joke well, I think.
さあ、そこの天使！あ、なんかよ。
Not running back and forth on the spot.
私は代役はサタニスや地獄を滑る者。もちろん宿題なんてやらないわ。
That's some crazy animation, but also crazy dedication by the animation team to frame her walking through the entire scene when they didn't really need to.
宿題集めるぞ。後ろから送ってこい。
Mine's Dad from Bookworm and various awesome characters in One Piece.
私宿題やってないわ。わざとやらなかったの。そしてそれを詫びる気も全くないわ。
Not much to say, really. Just really fucking good.
まあでも私は天使だよ。その証拠に綺麗な輪っかが見えるでしょ。真っ黒なんだけど。
Although it's largely used for a joke, I'm over here also appreciating the lore aspect of your level of evilness, I guess, being reflected in your halo.
でもさ、ビーネは自分が悪魔らしくないって自覚ないでしょ。いや、そんな顔されても。
It's weird to say, but that is how that joke is well played, I think. Just the drop of the vacuum and the shocked reaction.
悪魔らしくってどうすればいいと思う？それ天使に聞く
？It's actually cool how the demons and angels hang out like besties and whatnot, as it goes against pretty much all lore ever written in any story about this kind of thing.
人間はこいつの存在に日々おなのきながら暮らしているのよ。
Unexpected old American style comic book art style change. Likely the smallest win of the video, but I really appreciated seeing real world damage from the zoomed out shot here with the door flying out into the streets. That's rare.
ちょっと待って。やっぱり話し合いにしましょう。命を散らすにはあなたは若すぎる。
Having this full-on conversation with a doggo who keeps on trying to steal her melon bread.
受け取ってあげるわ。よかった。では。ひざまずいて犬のように足を舐めたらお渡しします。何言ってんの？
I said it before, but now it's becoming far more evident that the angels are really all that good and the demons are so far actually pretty nice.
人間ってこんなにたくさんいらなくね？うじゃうじゃうぜえ。天使の言葉とは思えないわね。
It's the way she says it that ends up being so damn funny to me. Gab is actually the most funny as well, with the voice actress so far doing some amazing comedy work to my ears. This is getting max wins for a different reason to normal, as usually it's animation related naturally, but this one is scoring it for the song with its angel and demon related ups and downs and solid animation.
自ら人混みに行きたいとかド M なの？違う！
I'm sorry, equating going to eat lunch in the cafeteria with being a masochist is brilliant.
お金かかるんでしょ？それはそうよ。いくらまで出してくれんの？
Yup, she's absolutely the primary source of comedy in this one, with the demon girl playing the straight man. But I do find her upfront comedy element the best, even without the straight man follow-up. Damn, I expected them to cut away, not to animate her through and out the entire classroom. 2 quick lots of not running on the spot. The absurd reality where a dog got into the school at the perfect time to again steal her melon bread.
なぜこんなところに犬が？
Oh snap! Color me surprised that they addressed it too.
下等生物どもと集団で食べる行為がむしろ愚の骨頂というか。落ち着け。
Gab is actually the head of tons of the funny moments in this. Even just telling her to calm down because she's ranting is unique, rarely used in anime, and quite hilarious to boot.
あなたたちとじゃれ合っている暇はないのよ。じゃあ2人で行くか。
Something really tickled me about I haven't got the time to even give you the time or whatever.
そうだったわ。こんなの常識中の常識よね。その形状からよく横に割ろうと思ったな。
Okay, so a lot of what I've been writing has led logically to this moment. This anime has some killer, unique jokes. A lot like Konosuba has its own style, really. Her snapping them that way, and it being pointed out that you saw the perforation, meaning you saw the line where you could break them apart, and instead went straight down the middle. It's so fucking funny.
七味唐辛子な。それ7回かけるとちょうどいい辛さになるんだぞ。ちょっとカッ。 違う、もうワンセット。123。大丈夫。おいしい。
Sometimes my timing of wins shocks even myself. After writing the prior win, I totally didn't expect to get a great freaking example, like right away, of unique jokes, as it turns out that she loves the food in spite of that spice.
あなた、さすがですね。
Being nice to animals is always a win.
私は1年 B 組の委員長。趣味はクロスワード。
The hot teacher from Persona 5 everyone probably romanced at least once. The form she filled out for her future careers. That fish slap though!
サタニキアブラザーズよ。わかった？いいわね、サタニキアブラザーズ。あ、そこはラフィエルとお呼びください。え？あ、まあいいけど。
For context, she said she'll accept her as her apprentice, gave her a name, she said she didn't want a name, and she immediately backs down from it. She's funny in her own right, because she keeps backing down so quick.
それよりメロンパンはどうされたんですか？うるさいわね。よし、じゃああなたにも実践をしてもらうわ。
Them not showing the doggo stealing it somehow makes it even more funny, especially with the little shut up too. A very rare one where both the OP and the ED get max wins, because this one, much like the OP, had some awesome music being sung by multiple voice actresses, and really well too. I jived with it. I think that's a saying. Such a perfect start to the episode. Get out of here.
時が経つのは本当に早いものだね。お、なかなか似合ってるね、天馬くん。
Diamante from One Piece. But also, I have to give one more, and it's a sad one, because he did sadly pass away, which I knew when I winned him back in my One Piece series, back in 2024. So, have another in his honor.
多分カフェオレってやつです。
曖昧だね。カフェオレはホットとアイスがあるんだけど、どっちかな。
私はホットが飲みたいです。
あ、そうなんだね。
For some reason, he thinks, due to her name, she's maybe not from Japan, so he's excusing her for things. For the win, though, you just can't beat him asking if the customer wants it hot or cold, and her saying how she wants it.
来てきてもらってもいいかい？
また私が行くんですか？
そうだよね。大変だよね。
She really does match the animation so well, and it really brings the comedy to another level for me. I'll be real, coffee is not my jam in any way, shape or form. However, watching him making it is oddly relaxing and comforting.
マスター。
ん？
働くのはだるいけど、ここでのバイトは続けられそうです。
The anime is full of comedy moments, but this right here was a well-placed, wholesome scene, perfectly situated among all the jokes, because he wants her to want to work there, and then she says this. Plus, he's a nice dude too.
ラフィーって休みの日とか何やってるの？いきなりプライベートな質問はちょっと。まずお互いの自己紹介とかにしませんか？その段取り必要。
When you understand that she's basically just a right piss taker, she becomes so much more funny randomly, at least to me anyway. Then I can appreciate the more obvious jokes like this one.
せっかくツッコミが趣味のビーネさんと二人きりなので、ボケないといけないと思いまして。
Oh my god! She just highlighted not only what I just wrote about a second ago, but also my earlier win about her being the straight man. I know it wasn't exactly hidden, but I'm proud I mentioned it.
いや別に私趣味で突っ込んでるわけじゃないからね。違うんですか？そんな驚きすぎでしょ。
That needed one for being so fucking randomly funny, but also the voice actress kinda nailed it too.
サターニャじゃない？今学校の帰りかしらね。あれ？サターニャさん。あ？シュークリームが一つ余っているのですが、どうですか？
It is so fitting for her character to legit be shocked by this announcement, and purely because she sees a way to mess with her yet again.
行動早え。
Voice acting so good I had to quickly show it.
なかなかいけるじゃない。
And a follow-up, because I somehow forgot that she enjoys super spicy stuff after the whole cafeteria thing, and so was myself shocked here for a second.
Hey, いらっしゃい。ガブリエル。あざした。
The fucking punch! It was so unexpected. It's so over the top as well.
天馬くん、今お客様に何かしなかったかい？
殴って店の外に捨てました。
殴？
でも大丈夫です。あいつ、学校の知り合いなんで。
And what makes it all the better is that she thinks the explanation is perfectly solid by saying, "It's okay, I know her from school."
普通にコーヒーを置けばいいの。こぼすとこから離れなさいよ。不満そうな顔するな。
Another banger for me that I only just noticed is her facial reactions and mannerisms are also killer in this.
すいませんね。出来の悪い店員なもので。まったくよ。で、私はもう戻っていいですかね。コーヒーは置いていきなさいよ。
You know, it's funny because I'm a step ahead. She asked if she could leave now, and I was already chuckling because my brain was going, she hasn't put down her coffee yet. That's some clever comedy.
冷めてる。美味しくない。
That.
私、今までこんな美味しいコーヒー飲んだことないですよ。何かこだわって作られているんですか？
実は私。
Honestly, I said before this guy is so wholesome, even outside of the strong comedy going on around him, and seeing him so happy to hear this compliment made me genuinely feel all warm inside. The realism behind her room getting all messy again, but not too bad, or at least as bad as it was when they cleaned it up.
高木屋様が来てあげたわよ。
I never expected to see damage affect animation in this anime. I'll avoid directly showing it just in case, but they cleverly hid her bits and bobs with a light, as they often do in anime, but it's clever because it was a holy light blocking the view. I like simple things.
海に行きます。
行けば勝手に。
Consider my expectations subverted with that reaction.
無理もないわね。カリスマ悪魔のスケジュールは常にタイトだし。
It might be one of the most simple jokes of the series, that being she says, I'm always busy, too busy to go with them to the beach anyway, and turns out she's got fuck all planned for 2 months. But I likes it!
でね。
暇ね。もうすぐ夏休みだけど意外と暇だわ。暑いし水に浸かれるところがいいわよね。例えば海とか。
You know what though? You followed it up after the OP with another joke, and that's solid pacing, joke-wise.
私たち海へ行くんですよ。へえ、そうなの。それだけです。伝えてきました。
お前鬼だな。
I don't know what to say really. I'm a simple man. It's such a stupid joke, how she picks on her, but I can't help laughing at it.
やっぱ私も行くわ。お前の分も楽しんでくるから。
とどめさすな。ほら、サターニャ。あなたのしおりよ。夏休み、一緒に行きましょう。
You might presume the win is for yet another nasty but funny follow-up, but yeah, it's for that. But it's also wholesome that she did indeed end up getting an invite, making me feel better about laughing.
夏休み、海、
Calling out everything in a cute voice.
何これ、土砂降りじゃない。
I don't even care. That's a genuinely unexpected plot twist where I live.
だけどこれじゃ仕方ないわね。
なんとかならんのですか。
そんなこと言われても。
With this win of the video and very personal, I think it's fair to say we've all been like this on at least one occasion in our lives, just absolutely wanting someone to do something about the problem. I felt that.
少し晴れ間が。
And then, shockingly, out of all the girls, it's the one who messes with her head the most who makes a call that clears up the clouds. That's shocking for more than one reason. Not walking, but also running on the spot.
海だー。すっごい広いのね。
I'll be real, the character style is not my cup of tea personally, not slighting the manga style or whatever, just purely character models, but this one isn't so bad. Once again, animating them through the whole scene when they really didn't need to.
まず砂を集めます。崩れないように霧吹きで水をかけます。そして少しずつ削って形を整えていきます。地味。
I tell ya, what happens a lot in this anime is I know what the joke is going to be before it happens, and yet it still gets a solid laugh out of me all the same. I should say I know some of the time, not all of the time, of course.
OK、任せなさい。おいおい、少し楽しそうだな。今日一番の食いつき。サターニャ、あなたそんなに体を張ってまで。お前は助けなさいよ。
Didn't expect the same wind to rear its head right away, but it totally did.
さて、ずれてる、目隠しずれてる。
I won't obviously bang on about it endlessly, but this time I didn't predict the joke, and it was funny as all hell, especially with her eyes so clearly visible under there.
で、次は何するんだ?
Oh my god, they actually went and scored an extra win for following through on the hit. I thought something would stop it, but no.
美味しいです。
Totally relatable.
水着を着てきたのはいいけど、着替えを忘れたと。お約束だな。測ったわね、この悪魔。悪魔はお前だろ。この天使。はい。
And not to be forgotten, this.
けどガブも来てよかったでしょ。
まあ、それなりにね。
These wholesome moments really do just spring up out of nowhere and catch you by surprise, and I'm here for them.
今日で休みも終わりだし、充実した一日にするぞ。おお。
Painfully adorable.
サターニャさん、この参考書がとってもわかりやすいんですよ。
そうなの？どれどれ？あ、
ごめんなさい。
Sort of what I was saying a few wins back about knowing the joke that's coming but still really enjoying it, as you could obviously see it was the Bible that she pulled out.
何かお困りですか？
あ、すっごい可愛い子。サラサラの金髪、透き通った壁画。お人形さんみたい。
Honestly didn't think we'd ever get shown this, so take an easy win for us getting to see the first time they met. As genuinely, it always felt a little odd that they just knew one another suddenly.
これを改めて聞いて、本人はどんな気持ちなのよ。まあ、あの時は若かったな。まだ半年も経ってないでしょ。
I was so hoping that someone was going to point out how little time had passed, and so I ended up smiling more than chuckling at this.
それで、私と友達になってくれませんか?
Yet another painfully totes adorbs.
と、まあ、だいたいこんな感じね。この日からよく遊ぶように。
That reaction though.
じゃあ、私がこのページを自力で解いたら話しなさいよ。うん、これは無理ね。
もう少し粘れよ。
Great end of episode 4 win right there. Again, you think one thing and then get another, which also happens a great deal of the time. On this occasion, she gave up trying after like 10 seconds.
いざ、尊敬する天馬先輩のもとへ。
I know she was introduced near the start of episode 1, but I wanted to say that I'm glad there's some variety here, as another angel comes down expecting the Gab of old when she's long gone now, boy.
ちょっとお金貸してくんない？何ですかこの人。カツアゲ。よく見ればこの人。
No idea why, but that really got me. Her spelling it out like that.
これはちょっとジャンプしてみ。
Art style change.
ヤンキー？
ほら、この人です。
頑張って改心させましょう。
はい。いい加減にしろよ、お前ら。
After a brief laughing fit, she seamlessly slides into her piss-taking, prank-making usual self without skipping a beat. This is probably the most times I've written art style change wins in a long time.
もしかして。いや、弱気になっちゃダメです。私が天馬先輩を助けるんです。
I know I already went the voice actress at the start, but she really is great in moments like this.
いいわ、今出て行ってあげる。あれ？ガブリールを打点させた原因を探ってるんですって。まずそこから出たらどうです？
Doing her whole planned speech from here was...
羨ましい。間違えました。憎らしい。よくも先輩をそのような姿に。
Not to pick apart jokes until they're not funny, I hope that doesn't happen, but I wanted to say why I found this so funny, because the demon girl literally didn't change her facial reaction when she changed her story. So she shouted out what she did, quickly changed it because it sounded weird, but she's still looking at her like, yeah.
覚悟しておくです。
This one legit has so much not running on the spot, it's crazy.
誰か探してるの？
これは絡まれる。
It's hard to describe, but these snapping moments of being picked on by a punk, or now this one, are my favourite things in this episode so far.
あ、
It's brilliant that the one person she's really had a great experience with today is a demon.
あまりこちらの天使な先輩にご迷惑をかけては。いや、リーネは悪魔だけど。
As funny as this moment was, it's not actually the win. The win is because she's the first person to presume angels are good and demons are bad, when, as we've seen, that's not the case.
もう私を油断させるための演技。
そんなことないわよ。
心の声にツッコミを入れるなんて、やはり悪魔。
I love it when they bring up the straight man element that I raised a while back.
おい、ビーネを舐めるなよ。こいつのツッコミ力は神様にだって通じるぞ。
何いい加減なこと言ってるの。
They did it back to back.
今度お茶はご一緒してほしいです。
That was not only super unexpected after she seemed to run off a second ago, but as I've been saying, also super wholesome.
ガケンさん。
It might be garbage, but it's well animated garbage, if that makes any sense. Like, no effort was spared to utterly clutterly her room's floor, and none of it is static. Lore-wise, it's nice to see this side of heaven, more rural looking, but also how they met.
とても先輩は元の先輩に戻ってくれ。今日は燃えるゴミの日じゃないですよ。え、突っ込むとこそこ。
A really solid joke twist to end the episode.
ガブリールは仕方なく足つぼスリッパを履いて。やっぱりお前の仕業か。怒られたし、もうどうしたらいいのよ。
I think it's fair to say that this anime is absolutely, much like Konosuba, carried by its incredible voice acting talent when it comes to the laughs. Genuinely impressive.
何朝っぱらから物騒なもの出してるのよ。
Okay, that was unexpected. Like, really unexpected.
デビルパイソン。
ラフィー隣のクラスでしょ。ホームルーム始まるわよ。
サターニャさんのいるところでしたらどこにでも湧きますよ。
That she finds her so hilarious that she leaves her own classroom to see what she's up to next door.
はあ。
Two here, the first is that she got her hands on the gun so unexpectedly quick. And of course the second has to be for the actually impressive looking animation on the fall. You can't just ignore that. It legit made me laugh so hard as he enters the room and my brain is figuring out that she's going to be laughing for 10 minutes at the start of the class. For clarity, that's what the gun does to you. That perfect mixture of laughter and fear at the teacher standing in front of her.
サターニャさんのいるところでしたらどこにでも湧きますよ。湧くなよ。
Only getting a win because this is now the second time she said exactly this, and I like how it's becoming a thing.
お前さ、将棋のルールなんて知ってるの？私はできるけど。当然でしょ。
I love jokes like that so much, bruh.
サターニャさん、オフサイドです。ダブルドリブル、ガブちゃん2ポイント。
また？もう全然ルールわかんないんだけど。
Messing with her head by using made up rules from football and basketball.
って思いっきり手書きじゃない。こんなの絶対反則でしょ。
続行。
Her pointing out that she clearly wrote it on there makes it so much better.
私は 1B のクラス委員長。特技は暗算。
Unnecessary JoJo stance.
私がこんなポーズをしているのにはもちろん理由がある。それは今が人物デッサンの授業だから。
Them suddenly addressing it is so good it scored a follow-up win.
そのポーズよ、フリーズ。
It'd be the height of foolish not to give a win for the end result after all the build-up.
じゃない、絶対に可愛いからね。
いや、
そんなこと言わない。
いや、
ちょっとだけ。
いや、着ない。結構です。
There's something very oddly funny about the whole convincing thing going so wrong and her being so against trying on any outfit. Okay, that is adorable in fairness.
ゲイの先生。ありがとう。
Wouldn't be an episode of Gabriel DropOut if she didn't get a melon bread stolen.